This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. And did you get a wine as a gift over the holidays you aren't too familiar with or don't know what to pair it with? Well, Samantha Croy may have some tips for you to keep in mind. She's hanging out at the kitchen at Indian Hills Community College with some more tips. Good morning, Samantha.
Thanks, Ella, and good morning, Heartland. I'm at the test kitchen here at Indian Hills Community College with a new face. We have Chef Alex filling in for Chef Gordon. How are you doing?
Great. Glad to be on the show today.
Yes, we're very happy to have you here, and we're going to be talking about wine and what to pair it with as far as food goes, because I know a lot of people probably got wine as gifts for the holiday season. So we'll talk about what to pair it with to get the best flavor for both the wine and the food. So let's start out with what is maybe the most difficult wine that you see people coming in and not being able to pair it with a certain meal?
Probably port. That's probably the biggest, obstacle because they don't know what to pair it with. Port's actually very good with some blue cheeses, gorgonzola. It's actually very good with dessert. A lot of people don't know that. So if you do have like a holiday meal or a special meal and then you have a dessert afterwards, the port goes fantastic with any kind of sugary or cobblers or anything that's really, really sweet or dark chocolate or mousses, truffles, things like that.
So we're starting off here with a little bit dessert more than the full meal, so I am not going to complain about that. So now let's go ahead with the wines, or the white wines. So let's start with that. What is maybe a better meal to prepare it with as opposed to a red wine?
I think seafood with your whites, your Chardonnays, your Pinot Grigios, your Chenin Blancs. Seafood's fantastic. Chicken, any type of roasted chicken or sautéed chicken, chicken Alfredo, things like that. Any kind of chicken or seafood dish goes really, really well with your whites.
Now, when you're preparing your meal, is there a spice or anything like that, like a rub that you want to stay away from for your chicken with the white wines?
Unless you get real spicy, if you start getting into the cayenne or blackened or Cajun foods, then you do still stay with whites, but then you'd go over your Gewürztraminers and your Rieslings, and they're a little bit more sweeter, and they'll complement the spicier food. Or if you do Chinese food, the Gewürztraminer and those Rieslings will actually pair well with it.
Perfect. Riesling is one of my favorites, so I'll have to order some Chinese food tonight, and that's what I'll have for dinner. Now, switching over to the red wines, what is a meal that would go best with those?
With the reds, we want to go more to the beef side, and Cabernets, Merlots, depending on what you're cooking. If you're doing a steak or a roast, if you're doing some Italian food, then you want to get into the Chiantis, some deep red sauces with your pasta. So it really depends on where you're going with dinner, if you're going more of Italian or an American theme, and then it gives you some latitude on where you're going to go with your wine.
Absolutely. We'll put this information on our website, heartlandconnection.com. We'll also link up Chef Alex's information. If you have any questions, feel free to contact him. But for now, Ella will go ahead and send it back to you.